told you guys before. The reason why that is because he's a great goal scorer, but not a great footballer. I'm giving him his credit. The numbers, can't deny it. He's not a great footballer. Can you imagine? At some point, the commentator was saying, I think it was Gary Neville. It was Gary Neville. Gary Neville at one point said in the first half, Mo Salah's had 3 touches in the last 20 minutes. Numbers or not.
How do you expect Mo Salah to win the Ballon d'Or when he fails to show up when he needs to show up the most? Round of 16 in the Champions League, Liverpool could be eliminated, pocketed by Nuno Mendes for 220 minutes of football, no goal, no assist across 2 legs.
Real talk, I think Mohamed Salah don't deserve to win the Ballon d'Or this season. Newcastle United 2025 Carabao Cup winners. There is a lot that happened in that game. There is a lot that I want to talk about in that game. But before that, let's watch these videos and then I'll give out my 2 cents, what I think about them.
One thing that happened tonight, yeah, I'm going to tell you what happened. The number crunchers can't believe what's happening right now. They're all scratching their heads like, yo, how is this possible? The guy that's putting up bare numbers didn't put up no numbers today. I told you guys before. The reason why that is because he's a great goal scorer, but not a great footballer. I'm giving him his credit. The numbers, can't deny it. He's not a great footballer. Can you imagine? At some point, the commentator was saying, I think it was Gary Neville. It was Gary Neville. Gary Neville at one point said in the first half, Mo Salah's had 3 touches in the last 20 minutes. Numbers or not, this can't run. 3 touches in 20 minutes, but you're meant to be the best player in the world. So I've been told. The best player in the world can't get on the ball, make things happen. Can't be like, give me the ball, let me make things happen. Let me grab the game by the scruff of the neck. Let me decide this game. Let me take the ball and try and run past people. Fair enough, you may not have all the technical ability in the world, but bro, intention, intent, show the example. No. The best player in the world had 3 touches in 20 minutes. Someone replied to me on Twitter when I just tweeted it before filming this. How do you expect Salah? He was doubled up by 2-3 people. He couldn't. He's the best player in the world, isn't he? So what do best players in the world do? They make it happen. This is the current generation of football that we live in now. Performances have been brushed away. People don't care about performances anymore. It's all about numbers. And when we talk about someone that actually has ability, it's, oh, you're an aesthetics merchant. Aesthetics merchant, Aaron. You don't care about the numbers. Well, the performances have to back the numbers. Because when they do, it's visible. And when they don't, it's visible as well, my friends. Like tonight. Great goal scorer, not a great footballer. And I'll keep saying it because I always tell people, football never lies. You can lie to yourself, you can lie to people, but you can't lie to football. The footballing gods will never allow people to lie about stuff like this. No, never.
And even before giving out my opinion on this, I think Newcastle were more physical than Liverpool. Newcastle, if you look at Newcastle players, the likes of Jolinton, the likes of Isak, the likes of Dunk, those players are really huge. Yeah, the players that were maybe trying to go with them physical was VVD and Konate, but I think Newcastle were more physical than Liverpool yesterday. Newcastle went in that game knowing whatever they want. I think even after the game, I saw them dripping printed T-shirts of winners 2025. I think they were really ready to deliver everything to win that match against Liverpool yesterday. And even from the shirt that they were already printed before the game, that one alone just shows you how Newcastle were really prepared to whoop Liverpool yesterday. But before that, I think talking about this Mohamed Salah and the Ballon d'Or stories, I have a corny statement about that one. But before releasing it out, let's watch this video and react to it.
I'm sorry, but how do you expect Mo Salah to win the Ballon d'Or when he fails to show up when he needs to show up the most? Round of 16 in the Champions League, Liverpool could be eliminated, pocketed by Nuno Mendes for 220 minutes of football, no goal, no assists across 2 legs. Now we know Liverpool can't win a Champions League, so now they could potentially win the Premier League title and a Carabao Cup. What happens? Salah in the Carabao Cup final is nowhere to be found again, proving my point that when it matters most, unfortunately, Salah doesn't convert. I am not discrediting the season he's had in the Premier League, the numbers he has put up. He has been unbelievably impressive. But the biggest players in the world get it done on the biggest stages. Messi in the World Cup final, unbelievable. What Mbappe did in the World Cup final still blows my mind till this day. And when you talk about the Ballon d'Or, these big stage performances need to stand out in your mind. And that's what Salah fails to do. When the game's down to the absolute wire, last seconds of the game, Rafinha can put Barcelona on his back and get the job done. How Mbappe has turned around his season, absolutely insane. Scored a hat-trick against Man City in the Champions League, just scored a brace in La Liga for Real Madrid, putting the team on his back. And then you have Harry Kane, someone we're not talking about enough. If you want to talk about a player who's performing in their domestic league and in the Champions League, it's this guy right here. 81 games, 76 goals, 23 assists for Bayern Munich. Never discrediting what Salah's done this season, but you can't win a Ballon d'Or when you fail to show up when it matters the most.
I think he's not going to win it. Mohamed Salah is not going to win the Ballon d'Or this season. Like, real talk, I think Mohamed Salah don't deserve to win the Ballon d'Or this season. He has done a lot in the Premier League. His consistency has been outstanding in the Premier League, especially in the past Premier League seasons. But then, if you're a player who only shows up when it's not needed, I don't mean that when he scores against Crystal Palace, it's not needed. Of course, he has been helping Liverpool a lot. But then, when you can't score, when you are being needed in like a Carabao Cup final, when you can't help Liverpool qualify in UEFA Champions League first round of 16, I feel like this is the big reason that going to make Mohamed Salah not win this season's Ballon d'Or. I thought, and I want to withdraw my statements. If you've been watching my previous videos, I've been the person that always stands with Mohamed Salah, always says that no, Mohamed Salah is a player that deserves to win the Ballon d'Or, and if it doesn't win the Ballon d'Or this season, maybe Ballon d'Or is a crap. I feel like he's not going to win it, and he don't deserve to win it. And I'm sorry for telling millions of fans that Mohamed Salah deserves to win the Ballon d'Or in my previous videos. I think from today, I think I'm really convinced that Mohamed Salah can't win the Ballon d'Or. And if he is not careful, I think Jojoa will always remain the only African player to win the Ballon d'Or. Because if Mohamed Salah don't do it, then I don't see anybody that will come after Mohamed Salah that will do it the way Mohamed Salah have been doing it, and the way I've always, the way he has always made me think that he's the player that will win the Ballon d'Or from Africa. He has been playing a good game, but then if you can't show up in a big matches, I think Mohamed Salah don't deserve to win the Ballon d'Or. Because even yesterday in a Carabao Cup final, Mohamed Salah was awful. I just think Mohamed Salah, he has been a good player, no doubt about that one. But then Mohamed Salah has been awful. And then when we are talking about Ballon d'Or, I've always seen a lot of people saying that Rafinha from Barcelona is the player that deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. I think it's okay. Everybody has his own opinion. That's why I'm saying my own opinion right now. But I think when it's about looking at the stats, the numbers, I think Harry Kane deserves to win the Ballon d'Or this season. I think Harry Kane is better than Rafinha this season. I think Harry Kane is better than Yamal. I think Harry Kane is better than Kylian Mbappe, and I think Harry Kane is better than everybody, Mohamed Salah and all the stars, etc. I think Harry Kane deserves to win the Ballon d'Or this season. And surprisingly, this is the player that I've had nobody talking about Harry Kane winning the Ballon d'Or this season. So I'm even surprised, because I feel like whatever he has been doing, the numbers don't lie. Human can lie, but then the numbers can never lie. I think whatever Harry Kane has been doing for Bayern this season is really outstanding, and he deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. So from today, I'm supporting Harry Kane to win the Ballon d'Or, not Mohamed Salah. I've been going all through with Mohamed Salah to win the Ballon d'Or, but then seeing Mohamed Salah really awful in these two games, PSG first leg and second leg, and then in the Carabao Cup final, Mohamed Salah was nowhere to be seen. So I don't want to keep on supporting players that can't show up in a major occasions. I don't want to keep on supporting players because he's African, I'm African. That's bullshit. I don't care if it's African. I don't care if it come from Egypt. I don't care if he's black like me. That's bullshit. I think if the player deserves to win the Ballon d'Or, he deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. Uh, no race about this one. I think Mohamed Salah this season he don't deserve to win the Ballon d'Or, and I know a lot of people are going to criticize this one, saying that whatever he has been doing in the Premier League, it's okay, he has been doing it in the Premier League, but why couldn't he do it in UEFA Champions League and help Liverpool qualify past PSG? Why can't he do it in Carabao Cup and help Liverpool win the Carabao Cup final yesterday against Newcastle? And diverting a bit and talking about that game of Newcastle versus Liverpool, I think Newcastle was a better side compared to Liverpool yesterday. Newcastle were really physical. If you are looking for a club that is really physical, has a lot of huge players, has strong players who can show up, I think it's Newcastle. Look at the likes of Isak. Look at the likes of Livramento. Like those players are really big, and I think they were really more physical. The reason why they won against Liverpool yesterday was just physicality. I think Newcastle was more physical than Liverpool yesterday. And if you watch that match, Isak deserves a lot of credit. He did a good job. And yesterday, the likes of Bruno Guimaraes make Zoboslai look like an awful player. Of course, he's not. But yesterday's game wasn't his game. I think Newcastle just came in that match with an ambition of let's go and win it. That's why I've said before. That's why they also came with the printed T-shirt written, winners 2025, because they already knew that they're going to win this one. They were like Arsenal previously when they were playing in those finals of FA Cup finals. They already knew that they're going to win this one, and so they always show up in these FA Cup games with already printed T-shirts, just ready to be won, because they knew that this is their thing and they are going to do it the same way Newcastle showed up yesterday. And I think my man of the match was Bruno G. Bruno G really showed up. Apart from Isak scoring and Dank scoring, I think Bruno Guimaraes really played a good game in the midfield of Newcastle. I just want you to tell me two things in the comment section. Do you think Mohamed Salah deserves to win this season's Ballon d'Or? And the last thing, who was your man of the match yesterday in Newcastle versus Liverpool? Don't forget to hit the subscription button. Tell a friend to tell a friend.